Welcome to Center of Light. Fa ra 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 ra. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays, whatever that is for you. Center of Light grounding. Cray cray energy. I asked one of my friends today for a topic, and they were sharing with me how crazy the energy has been lately. I know it's crazy, but I find myself to be balanced in some ways that others may not be, and I'm very grateful. I'm going to put some background music, have it ready at least, because I live by an industrial train station, for those who don't know, and that ground begins to shake. So we're going to have this, create a little background sound. Welcome, everyone. Robert Harrison, I was just thinking of you, bro. Wondering how you were doing, sir. I was going to contact you after this presentation just to say hi quickly. So welcome, everyone, tonight. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So tonight we're talking about grounding, the importance of what is happening. What's going on with all this crazy energy? Let's see who's here. Lincoln's here. Kelly's here. Robert's here. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Kelly Curtis. Dana. Everybody in here is cray-cray. So, has anyone been noticing things being a little strange lately? Crazy. Hard to balance. Hard to find center when everything, a few months ago was peachy. Everything was fine. What is going on? Why is things just topsy-turvy for me? We're going to talk about that tonight. I'm still trying to get myself situated. I'm feeling a little off balance right now. Hi, Cinnamon. Give me one moment, please. A few moments. A couple announcements. I'm biding my time. I'm just not here yet. I'm truly off kilter. Really. I'm not in my zone. Real soon I'm going to have a Center of Light Christmas party. Break out my guitar, my PA system, hook up some lights. I'm going to be playing y'all some songs. Bring your wine, bring your earth. Little celebration, some music, dialogue. My way of saying Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is that's for you. Also, Christmas night. I'm excited about this. I've been doing this for the last, I think, 4 Christmases. I'm going to do a presentation on, where are you? Let me see if this is it. That ain't it. That's the Christmas party. Oh well, Christmas night, I'm going to be doing a presentation on the life of Jesus. The 18, give or take, years that he just disappeared. And he came back an illumined Christ. Where did he go? Shouldn't that be important for our own growth to find out what transpired for him so that as his sibling, that we can be inspired to aspire as well? I think that's pretty doggone important. One moment. There we go. Also, I'm going to share an experience I had with Christ. 32, 4, 5 years ago. He released my consciousness from my body and took me into the future and showed me the destiny of humanity. This did take place. I'm going to share that with you. I am so just not here. I can't find my thoughts. But I will take this time to go find a picture. This picture is worth seeing. It's just gorgeous. Give me a moment. Hang out with me. Get you something to drink, something to eat. I'm going to be here for a while. I'm looking for a certain image. And whatever it takes, I'm going to go get it. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight we're talking about crazy energy. Has your energy been crazy lately? I'm going to go find this picture. And it'll come up shortly, and I'm going to grab it. I want to say thanks to Krista for sharing with me and inspiring me for this idea tonight. Crazy energy. And where is this beautiful picture I am looking for? Oh my God. I can't find it. Last attempt. I'll find it during a commercial break. So Christmas night, I'm going to be doing a presentation on the life of Christ. The Return of the Christ is the title of this presentation. Welcome tonight. Let me go ahead and take this pause. So I got to get into my zone. I'm not there. Stick around. We'll play some Lavender Soul, which is always cool. Let me see what else I have in the juke. I may have... I'm just so not here yet. How about some Alley? Enjoy. I'm going to be right back.
I don't know anymore. My mind and soul, they fight the war. Lost my faith in myself and everything else. Yet I'm so afraid to lose it all. I guess I'd rather try than die not knowing. I guess I'd rather fight than give up hoping that maybe you would find the courage to grow with me. All I want is you, nothing but you. This won't work unless you want me to fight for me, dear. That's all I ask of you. So go ahead and reel me in again. Love me good and make me feel something. Promise me you'll never let me go. Go ahead and break my heart again. If she flirts, she's more than just a friend. Fool me twice, I guess this one's on me. But don't you ever expect anyone to love you like me. I don't know anymore. I ask myself, what is this for? I wanna say that you're worth all the pain, but I don't know tomorrow. I just know today. I guess I'd rather try than die not knowing. I guess I'd rather fight than give up hoping that maybe you and I can make it some way somehow. But maybe it is best to give up hoping, suffer through the pain of losing you, knowing there's still so much of me that loves so much of you. So I'll go ahead and break your heart this time. In the end, at least it wasn't mine, though this hurts me more than I can bear. I promise you'll find somebody new, and I know I'll find somebody who will love me for exactly who I am. But don't you ever expect anyone to love you like me. Like me. You lied, I thought you were my friend, a thief who stole my innocence. I fought and lost, your heart was not the broken one. I tried to fight the fears that I had to hide, but in the end, I'll let myself be free. So I'll go ahead and love myself this time. Cut you off, get you out of my mind. The pain is dulled and I can finally breathe. I'll work on me and find somebody new, 'cause I know I'll find somebody who will love me for exactly who I am. But don't you ever expect anyone to love you like I did.
Welcome back to Center of Light. The eagle has landed. Success. I found the photo. I just sent a very large paragraph, 2 paragraphs, into the forum about this Christmas night presentation on the life of Jesus. Where did he go all those missing years? I want to know. I would want to know. I know. What is his active role in humanity? What is in I'm not here today. My energy's cray-cray. What is his role actively in humanity today? What is Jesus' involvement? Pretty big question. He's not just sitting in the clouds just going, blessings, my children. He's doing something. What is he doing? What do you think he's doing? Very phenomenal, profound question. What do you think Master Jesus is literally doing with himself? I don't mean just existing in all of his majesty and glory. Do you think he's active? Do you think he's participating? Or is he just sitting there on the throne, just granting wishes? Yes, my child. Yes, my child. Yes, my child. You're not. You're in trouble. You're not you. You're not good. I mean, seriously? What do you think he's doing? He's actively participating. What is the post or the saying? If you want to, a leader is someone who gets in there with the team, not someone that just cracks the whip. He's in there with the team. He's in the trenches. He's doing his work. Hung out with the sick. Hung out with the poor. My kind of guy. So what I want to show you, and also during this presentation, I'm going to be talking about an experience I had with Christ many years ago and shown something very magnanimous. I want to show you this picture. Check this out. It's really, really cool. I have to get this picture one moment, but it is here. Welcome to Center of Light, everyone. I will be getting down with the presentation shortly. I'm a little discombobulated. And there we have it. This picture, if you're looking at this image, which I'm sure you are, the image you are seeing on the left side of your screen is from the Shroud of Turin. The image you see on the right side is from Sathya Sai Baba. A lady held up a picture of what Jesus could have looked like and asked Sathya Sai Baba when she was in India to bless it. He waved his hand over it and it changed to this image. He told her it is the exact image on the Shroud of Turin. And he says, this is actually what Jesus looked like. If you've ever wondered what Jesus looked like, it's the person you're seeing on the right. Now, as you looked at the one on the right to the real face of Christ, or rather, the real face of Jesus, who became Christ, now look to the Shroud of Turin. Look at all the little nuances. The lip, the glow on the lip, the beard, the highlight in the center of his beard, the eyes, the nose. It's an exact match. So we're going to have a lot of fun Christmas night talking about our beloved Lord. Welcome to Center of Light. Did everyone get that? I want to make sure. Did everyone see that image? If you did, someone, at least one or two of you, just send me an exclamation point, please. Hello, Nori Love. Hello, Melissa McElroy, Trudy, Susu, Cajun Susan. Did everyone see the image? Yeah? Elwood Co-op. Lincoln says yes. So, Christmas night. Also, once again, remember, we're going to have the party, Center of Light party, really soon. Let's see who's happening on YouTube. Hello, my YouTubers. Blessings. Facebook, blessings. So tonight we're talking about grounding. Krista's in the house. Rena's in the house. Nicole's in the house. Dana's in the house. Thank you, Dana, for responding. Everyone. Okay, I got to get into my zone. So tonight we're talking about Center of Light grounding. Are you experiencing the movement of energies that are not to your liking because you feel off balance, you feel off kilter? There's a lot moving in the world. You throw a whole bunch of dirty clothes in a washing machine. Throw a clean sock in it. It's going to agitate. It's going to spin with the rest of the dirty laundry. How you like that for a metaphor? Hi, Heather. So the world is moving. The events in the world are moving. Come 2020, they're really going to spin. And so in the spin, it's possible, if you're feeling such things, that you're getting lost, to use a word, in the current of it all. It's moving you out into its experience, though you want to be planted. I get it. It can be challenging to stay centered and focused all the time. That is the level of work. Regardless, the law does not fudge for anyone, for everyone. That's the level of work required. It's the requisite that must be done to be in the spiritual game, functioning on all cylinders. It will best happen, and what will assist that beautiful process of yours is to get out of the noise. Because the noise of the world, check this out. Hello, Paige. The noise of the world that you hear is the same energy that's got a hold of you and moving you around. So because you are being thrown to and fro, for show, ask yourself, where I'm being moved in my life, there has to be noise and distortions of light. If we're finding ourselves leaning into a darker, not so cool space, there's noise, there's distortion in the light, in your matrix, in that aspect. Now, it doesn't mean it's bad. It simply could be that something just changed on you overnight, and now you're not aware of this new shift. So you just need to become aware of the new shift and get right back with the program. That's where grounding comes into play. Simply wanting to ground yourself. What is the first step to grounding myself? Wanting to ground yourself. That's 50% of the work. Wanting to ground yourself is 50%. Because without the first step, the want to ground yourself, nothing happens. So the want to ground yourself can be enough in and of itself to plant you like a lightning rod. Some people need a hammer. Need to spike yourself in the ground a little more to create that anchor of light. The energy is moving. You feel it. There's no way you can not feel it. Maybe you can't feel it. Maybe because you're not used to squinting with your feeling going. Kind of like when you want to look at something in your eyes, you squint. We can also use the word squint to want to hear something. Same with your feelings. You squint, you can feel something. But it's coming. The tidal wave of energy is here. It hasn't crescent yet. It hasn't crashed. I suggest you take up surfing really quick. Now, this sounds like bad stuff. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. What I thought that was bad in my life many, many years ago turned out to be the most beautiful thing I ever thought possible. Could ever think possible. Never would think. I never thought an awakening could happen the way it did. But it's exactly what I needed. Nothing was supposed to change. So what may, it is designed to put you into gear, out of fear, so you're able to steer your life down this phenomenal path. Down this path in your freshly maintained automobile, meaning you as you step into the vehicle of 2020, as you move down that path in your automobile, you're going to hit speed bumps, or you're going to drive over just finished asphalt or pavement, brand new road. The road was open yesterday, and it's as slick as a baby's bottom. Or you can go into a neighborhood where there are others and scatters of others and hit speed bump after speed bump after speed bump. Center of light grounding tonight. We're talking about crazy energy. Is it hard for you to think when once recently in the past you had no problem with it? Last year, this time, you were able to sleep just fine. And now you are grateful to get 5.5, 6 hours of solid sleep. Why is that? Did you take on any new stress? Maybe not. It's the energy. It's the energy. Sleeping longer than usual than you did a year ago at this time? It's the energy. It's curbed for everyone differently, with the same intention. One intention, cosmic divine intention, morphs into whatever it has to give everyone the same leg up possibility. You see, because the love is not separate. Love does not favor Jesus over you, or you over that one, or that one over you, and this and that. That's not what love is. Love is an equal opportunity employer. And it implores you to listen to words such as these, such as you find in these kinds of spiritual teachings that are beyond the box. It's so beyond the box. In the teaching itself lies the secret and the capacity to see that there never was a box. When you get to this level of understanding, the mind becomes shattered, or it begins to shatter. The illusion of what's happening in the world, I'm blessing you. If politics is a hobby of yours and you're doing it just because it's fun, cool. If you're serious about it, God bless you. You will be treading through turbulent waters. That's not what you want to be handling at this time in our existence. 26,000 plus, give or take, years ago, this same thing happened. The window opened. We're going into 2020. The window, the second millennium. The second decade in this century. One. God. One. There's only one. And we're all diverse, and we're all numbers we can't even begin to understand in the universe. Energies, children, manifestations of that majesty and divine grace. We call people and extraterrestrials, and they're people as well. Extraterrestrials are people. They'll probably call you the extraterrestrial. But there's only one. There's only one creator. So now, the door, 2020. There's two. There's two. There's something other than one. That door is open. And the light is shining directly at you, saying, I will give you whatever you ask for. Conscious or unconscious, you can have it. That's the energy that's moving. So when we learn to feel it first, oh my God, this horrible thing happened. You don't really know what happened. Let's say you're in a room with people, and this horrible thing happened. You don't have to know what someone screamed out to express their horror of what they were experiencing. You just know there was an explosion of energy, and it doesn't feel right, like someone got hurt. You feel it. Same on the flip. You go to a sports bar and there's a football game going on, and someone makes a touchdown, especially college, because they get in like crazy. Anyway, someone makes a touchdown, and everybody just starts jumping and they explode in excitement and praise. You feel that. the drama of the horrible accident or the excitement of the touchdown. It's just energy. What you call traumatic, terrible, or beautiful and exciting is just a simple wordplay to describe how you feel. But what is most important is not how you feel. It is important. Equally is important is how much I'm not going to judge what I feel and just feel that feeling. That's it. And then seeing the horrible event and then seeing the people excitingly because of the football game, they become the same thing. It's an expression of God and people learning and people loving and people living and people dying. Am I saying that people dying is beautiful? Yeah. In fact, it's ironic. It's the most important event in life is your death. So when we begin to feel these energies as they move, something about politics, oh my God, every day you have a beautiful chance to plug into energy, just raw energy. So when you're in a room and people are happy and they're explosive about something that just took place, when you feel their energy, insert yourself in the energy. Be happy with them. You're in the current. So if the room is all watching this rivalry football game and the favorite team gets a touchdown and the house explodes, get in the energy. Then you start feeling it. You feel the movement. You become a part of the current, the dance to and fro wherever you go. Same, when something terrible happens in the world, don't call it terrible. You may use that word to talk to people because we do converse with family and friends and loved ones to make ideas, share ideas. But you yourself inside don't have to go into judgment mode. I'm going to use these words because the person I'm conveying something to, they understand these words. I don't have to live in the words. I feel the world. I feel the broken heart of the world. But I also feel Mother Earth's heartbeat. When you can feel those two perspectives, the bad and the beautiful, something else happens. The bad and the beautiful. And then the phoenix rises through the ash, the third component, the Holy Spirit, the Christian energy, the birth of the Christ within. This is your chance. This is everyone's chance to make amends for sins and start a new beginning. This is not just New Year's. Well, Keith, isn't this 2020 thing just another metaphorical thing because the day before and the day after, is there really that much difference? Oh yes, there's a lot of difference. When you have 7 point however many billion of people knowing that an end is coming to a period. Let's call the 2010 a sentence. And at the end of a sentence is a period. We call that a period. That's done. There's a new paragraph being written in the universal story. So how do we begin to experience the energy so I can find my way through it, in it? First of all, just like grounding yourself, you have to want it. That's 50%. Well, I want to be grounded, and I want to be in this energy that Keith is talking about and other people are talking about, so I can have the best bang for my buck via this life. That's it. You just took a 50% step towards your goal. But the goal is not the goal. You being happy in the experience is your goal, which takes you immediately to the end of the game because you've met the objective. Your life is a game. That's it. It's a game. You are playing a cosmic game. A cosmic game. So you have to want to be grounded. You have to want to feel the energy. So what you do is practice with your own. What better energy to work with than your own? Because it's nearest your proximity. You call it you, but that's not what you are. You are already manipulating using alchemy on this energy right here is what you're doing. You're already doing that on levels you're not aware of. That apple you ate earlier today is now a human being. It's part of what you are. You've manipulated it since the first bite. Unconsciously, your whole digestive system kicked in. And next thing you know, a few hours later, you're listening to me have this conversation with you, one-sided conversation with you. And it's part of what you are. You one of the many behind the one. You are one of the many behind the one. So start with your own energy. Feel what it feels like to be you. And then you want to pause. What does it feel like to be you? So you pause to feel that feeling. To feel that spirit of yourself. Use your awareness to experience yourself. And if you're doing this with me and your eyes are closed, you already forgot you had a body. When the eyes are open, that's all we identify ourselves with, is the body. Even if we know that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, it's convincing. See, the matrix, the illusion, and the divine matrix, they all work overtime. And here's something else for you. There is no difference between the matrix of illusion and the divine matrix. There's only one. And it grants your every wish. So as you become familiar with what it feels like to be you, anything that steps into your experience, even on subtle layers that you are opening those intuitive abilities, anything that comes into your experience that doesn't feel like you, you know what it is. That's where your psychic information is. That's where your intuitive information is. That's where you're using actual conscious judgment and discernment and reasoning and understanding to see where you are in your life, what situation is before you, something wonderful that you can contribute to, or something you better get out now. It's also known as awareness. So begin to feel experiences that are happening in the world. Yes, we can listen. Yes, we can read social media. It may take someone to post something, but don't read the whole thing. Something happened in the world today. Stop. Feel it. Don't read too much. Just know that something is being posted about something. Don't try not to get a feeling of a good or bad. Just try to look that someone's making a big post and it represents something. See if you can intuit it. See if you can intuit if it's positive or negative. And if you need that post in the image in a paragraph of it, then go inside and feel it. See what it does to you simply by reading it. But read it consciously. Not just read it for the knuckleheaded nonsense that some media spin may... It may be true enough that the event did happen, but who knows what kind of nonsense was attached to it. So go inside and feel what it's like to be you, and feel what's happening. It's important that you learn what you are. It's important that you learn to feel your signature vibration, because in order, it's required of you to be a part of the heaven on earth prophecy. Words are going away. This is all going to go away. Who knows how long in the future? The point is, we're becoming, unfolding, releasing the light. We're losing our density. Those who do not enter the 2020 doors gracefully, everyone has equal chance. It's not a chance like this, it's not what I mean whatsoever. Everyone has equal opportunity to be a part of something that can divide into a parallel split reality, shift, paradigm. So we're going to play a song, going to come right back. I'm going to go into, and if Carolyn Renando's here, she posed a question today. Keith, how many different ways can we ground ourselves or balance the root chakra? Hello, Chris. You're welcome, Dana. So I'm going to give a meditation technique out of the Divine Principle, Anchoring Heaven on Earth. My bestseller, shameless plug, I know. Gotta eat. Let me know if you have not read this book yet. Also, Lavender Soul Music. New book coming out July 31st, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, Homecoming. So I'm going to I'm going to do a meditation after the break. And it's a grounding technique. I'm going to read some dialogue. But here's the thing. Carolyn says, exclamation point. She knows the light language. She's saying, thank you. She's saying, awesome. I'm assuming that's what she's saying because I know Carolyn. I know her. I actually got to physically meet her at this spiritual fair. I gave her a big old hug and a kiss inside the face. I loved every moment. Someone who lived somewhere else, who we come together through this platform, I got to meet and be in her space. I'm really grateful for her. So I know her dialogue. And so we played this game before, so to speak. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to do this meditation. I'm going to read a little bit out of the Divine Principle. What I want to say was, not only is the grounding meditation important, or any grounding meditation important, what I am going to read as dialogue from my book is equally important. It will ground you as well. And if the meditation grounds you, then the dialogue after which is going to be like using a ball peen sledgehammer to spike in a lightning rod so you can anchor this energy. Because if this energy gets to moving and a whipping upside your spiritual head, every time you go to take a step, you may seem to catch your balance, and the next day you fall. I mean, imagine you remember when you used to go into someone's home, at their home, and they had a swimming pool outside, and let's make a whirlpool, y'all. And you get to spinning that thing really fast. And for a little while, you're the one leading it. And if you don't stay with the current, it'll sweep your feet from under you and bring you along until you right yourself. Everyone's had that swimming pool experience. This is no different. So if you don't want the energy, the world, the noise of the world, politics, racism, just all this stuff that's being unfolding, it's being revealed. I'm not saying don't have compassion. Your best ploy to be the most compassionate is to be grounded in the energy. The beautiful stuff in the world and the horrible stuff in the world. Ground yourself. But the grounding is not so... Ground yourself seriously. But don't be so hard. Be flexible in the ground. What I'm saying is, as you plant yourself, walking on the earth, in the woods, working in your garden, dancing, walking bare feet, doing whatever it takes to be grounded. Your spirit is your spirit is lofty by nature. Your soul is lofty by nature. In fact, you on some lower level said, I want to go hang out on the ground. So you manifested this body, and it comes through your mother and your father, and here you are. So your spirit by nature is lofty. And if things get a little wobbly, you can say, I'm checking out of this planet unconsciously. And you close that root chakra, car accident, illness, however it's going to come, you can check yourself off this planet. So what you want to do is you ground yourself. But in the movement, you don't want to be so hard. Why do palm trees sway in the wind? Why do bridges sway in the wind? Why do buildings sway in the wind? They're flexible so they don't break. Likewise, ground yourself like a palm tree, a building, or a bridge, but be flexible in the movement of the energy because you can break. Because if the energy is moving at this speed on this vibration, you want to be the same vibration, but you want to be planted within yourself in the vibration. So you are grounded in the movement because you're not bucking the current of the vibration. And if the vibration is slow, meaning darkness in the world, horrible stuff going on. And things are just slow and drudging along because it's acts of terror, God forbid. Yes, keep your vibration high. By all means, keep your vibration high. But understand the movement of the energy. Just feel it. Feel it. Find who you really are in it versus reacting to it and what happened and what the news had to say about it. Find you, the sacred you all the way back to your sacred soul and touch your sacred spirit. I hope you want to hear it because I got some more coming after this Lavender Soul song break. I'm going to send this out to Kelly. Kelly, what do you want to hear, dear? Welcome to Center of Light, y'all. Tonight we're talking about grounding. Crazy NRG. Crazy energy. What's up, Lewis? That's right, Kelly says, so they don't break. As I've said before, the time is now where it is mandatory that we begin to question everything we thought to be divine. There's more to it. And there's also a lot of things that we were told. Kelly says she wants to hear Angel of Love by Lavender Soul. We all need some love. Stick around. I'm going to do a meditation here about grounding, and you can do your own. This is just an example. There is no right or wrong way to do anything. You are the master of your destiny. Even if you're not using your mastership consciously, you are still a master creating your reality. This window, this door that is open, is launching you into the cosmos with cosmic power. That's a good thing. If you're conscious. And if you're not, it's still a good thing because between now and eternity, you will expand and go home to your maker. It doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be about suffering. Well, I think I deserve a few more butt whippings because I did this thing when I was about 15 years old. You can carry that around all you want and you get caught in the noise. In fact, you will be a part of the noise that everybody else is trying to get rid of you for. Not a fun place to be in life. Are people leaving your life? You're not fun anymore? Are people leaving your life just because you're no longer compatible? That's a beautiful experience. You're getting to see your spiritual tables turn over. Tribe members leave your life because you're done. Both of you are done. You'll meet again in time. Or out of time. Stick around. Merry Christmas.
unless you can let go. I lay surprised at the simpleness of her soul. Wasting away in a sea of uncertainty, she had stayed with me for days. I needed love in so many different ways. And as I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Never leave. Angel of love, will you always be with me, so I can let go? Reveal to me the beauty of your soul. I turned away, her light was so blinding, the energy of her love. She said goodbye and turned into a dove. And as I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Never leave. She turned to me, told me life was not too easy unless you can let go. Reveal to me the beauty of your soul.
Welcome back, y'all. Let's get right down to the meditation. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. What I want you to do, if you want to participate fully, I would like to know those, in fact, requirement to show me, not that you need to show me anything, but to be a part of what I'm offering. Send me an exclamation point. If you're going to fully engage with me, just send me an exclamation point. I want you to feel something. Not that you don't in your daily life. I want you to feel something with me. We're going to feel the energy. And here they come. I'm sure Danielle and others, there we go, are sending me exclamation point as well. All right. My water. I need my water, excuse me. Elwood, Krista. The energy's moving. The world is changing. You are changing. And you are changing the world. How are you changing it? Consciously or unconsciously? And is that world changing you? Jesus Christ was conscious fully. If we want to be true Christians, we have to work on our consciousness to be like him. He said, follow me. I'll take you somewhere. How do we become conscious? That's it. You become conscious by becoming conscious. Well, how do I do that? You're doing it right now. Contemplating. Stretching the brain. Think about something. Imagine something that you want to create right now. Think about it. Something you want to just bring into existence. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Dear Lord, what does that feel like? What's behind that feeling? And that thought that you're trying to create? I'm ready. Or is it, I'm ready? That's consciousness. You're playing with yourself. Seriously, that's what you're doing. You're manipulating yourself to believe. Hear me? You're playing with yourself is what you're doing. Why are you playing with yourself, dear one? Because you're bored. What is it you're bored of? You've been bored of eternal peace for so long. You decided you want to separate consciously to come down here to illuminate the divine fire on this earth. That's what you're worth. Close your eyes, dear one. Close your eyes. Close them because you know you're about to enter into the kingdom. Close your eyes with that kind of Close your eyes. Just sit. Close your eyes and just sit. Just sit. You may ask, what am I looking for? Just sit. Is there something I'm supposed to connect to in here? Just sit. Do you feel yourself teeter-tottering off of the just sit? Trying to be still. Breathe deeply, relaxed. Breathe evenly. Take a nice full deep breath. Slow. You're not in a hurry. Just sit. Pull the breath in from your bottom. Slowly as it moves up your spine. The red light from the base chakra begins to move up your spine with this slow inhale. Really slow inhale. And as it reaches midway, your kundalini, it turns to a pink. Then as it moves up your spine, further to the top of your head, it becomes white. And it explodes out your crown chakra. That crown chakra is the seat of the soul. This is God. And when you exhale, bring the same light down from the crown chakra, white, brilliant, source energy light. Pull it and tenfoldly grab it and pull it into your being. As you bring it down the backbone, the va, use your na to bring the ya into va. You bring that light into you and then into the earth. And you repeat the process with your breath. Bring the light from the ground, the red light into pink, into white to the top of your head. It explodes. And then it comes back into you from white to pink to red into the ground. And you make this a circular breath. Don't interrupt the inhale and the outhale, the exhale. And you repeat the pattern. Now you have something to do. Your mind's happy. It could focus on something. So you stay focused on the inhale, all the way up your spine to the top of your head, and the exhale all the way back down. And it becomes circular. And you stay with it. Perfect that. That's your task. Give the monkey something to do. Perfect that movement. Now you realize just how quiet you can actually be. And in that, you are grounded in your spirit. Your light is expanded. Your consciousness has expanded. You have expanded into your authentic self. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because that's who you are every day, all the time. Always have been. Are you shrouded in darkness? Is that darkness choking your mind, suffocating your heart with fear? Are you living as you deserve? No one is holding you back. And you breathe. And you breathe like you want something beyond anything. And you intend to have it all. Do you have that kind of fire in your belly? Stay in the nothingness and you pick up your breath. And you stay in the nothingness and you pick up your breath. And you stay in the nothingness and the rotation as you watch this beautiful light ascend and descend into you. Your intention to reach up and God's grace to shower you with bliss all over your parade. You stay in it. There's nothing else to do. But what's the goal? That's it. You've reached it. You've reached the soul. You make this your new disposition. And everything will reposition itself in alignment all around you. And you will find yourself finally out of confinement. From that, you've gravitated to and was hard to ever get through. That's the spirit. That's the soul. It's the quiet. It's the nothing. It's not just meditating. Meditating, yes, is the catalyst or a catalyst to bring you into that meditative space to where you feel the presence of spirit, or rather, it's not really a presence of spirit that you feel. It's the presence of your own self that you have lost consciousness with. We call that spirit, and in such humility, we join. That's what this breath and this grounding technique I am sharing with you is. It's communion with God. It's called samadhi. Being so in love with wanting to make contact with your Creator is the vibration that is needed to receive God's infinite love for you. That's the shake hands deal. That's the heaven on earth prophecy. Welcome to planet Earth. Now you know what it is you are here to do. You are grounded. Open your eyes when you're ready. Enjoy the bliss you feel. Enjoy the bliss that you are. You feel illumined, don't you? You feel the buzz? You feel the energy? That's your signature vibration. And when the train pulls out of the station, which it's doing, you will feel everyone around you that doesn't feel like you. That's the method of language. I understand what you're saying. If I don't speak the same dialect or tongue as you, you won't understand it. Vibrationally, when you know what you feel like and your tribe feels like, everyone's in harmony. When something comes along that causes a dissonance, you feel it. Then you learn the language of light. It's powerful. There's more in the language of nothing than there is in verbal utterances. Now you know what you are here to do and while you are on this earth. You are planted on the earth. Plant yourself in the plant and swell. When you walk into a room, take it over with light. Engulf it. As soon as you cross the threshold of the room, tell everyone in the room, in your consciousness, hello everybody. It's good to see you. Take charge. Be the influence and hold that light. Hold the ground. Be flexible, because if you're going to be the influencer in a room to do the best good, you have to flow with the crowd who might be talking about what and what kind of conversation, what kind of subject, how the club or the church, the grocery store is moving. You have to move with the beat, but you have to be in touch with the beat of your mother's heart. That's grounding. Just to be in that place. Every time you take a step from your car to a building, stomp light into the ground. Into the ground, there you have it. I'm stomping. I'm stomping for a reason. You don't have to physically stomp, but use your will to plant, 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 plant. Every step you take in your life. Everything you do, in fact. See, it's not this act of, I'm not grounded today. Well, it does show up in that way. That's part of the human dynamic. But it's not about, I want to ground because I'm not grounded. Intend to ground, period. Just intend to ground, period. I'm grounded. And when I choose to get on an airplane, I buy a ticket and consciously make a choice to loft. I'm grounded until then. You have that choice. So instead of when I go out of ground, I'm going to do what I can go back in meditation and ground myself. That's beautiful. If that helps to get that pump just moving and you get into that momentum behind that, that's what you need. Great. I do it all the time. My point is, regardless, intend to ground and ground permanently. Intend to be that anchor, that pillar. I'm going to read you some from the Divine Principle. This is equally as important as the meditation. Krista says, I do this while I'm driving. That's what I'm talking about. From the Divine Principle. I asked Spirit a question. The subject is grounding. And this is how we become grounded in, like tonight's presentation is titled, Crazy Energy in the World. It's moving. I asked Spirit, are you trying to tell me that something I'm doing or I'm not doing is causing my problems? Listen to this. Spirit says, yes and no, Keith. Sometimes you do something that throws your root chakra out of balance. Sometimes suppressed issues, this is for a lot of people. Sometimes suppressed issues come up and that is what throws it out. This does not mean that you are consistently doing something incorrectly, But balancing your root chakra will provide a buffer for some of those headaches of yours. You see, in this period of high energy movement, this was 1996, Spirit is beginning to reverberate in the temple of your heart. And a love, God, it just hit me. Wow. You see, in this period of high energy movement, Spirit is beginning to reverberate in the temple of your heart. And a love deeper than any of you have ever known is beginning to emerge. I am so zinging from that passage. Energy that grounded me. It lofted me, and in so doing, it grounded me. But in order for it to do so, everything else, your grief, anger, fear, etc., must be pushed outward into the physical world so you can view it and clear it away. This explains why sometimes you get shaky even when things may seem to be going well. Spirit says, continues, I shall now speak of grounding. Grounding takes place when you pull your true self, your soul. It's not really an up motion. If you need the up motion, it's fine. Grounding takes place when you pull your true self, your soul, down from the higher plane, rather in, to live on earth in your body. Why should you do this? Because like electricity, you too must be grounded in order to function, in order to maintain stability in both your body and your life. The energy center that needs to be balanced for grounding the soul is the root chakra. This chakra is located below the base of the spine and its color is red. One who lives in love has a root chakra that is always open. Yes, this is the love center. When you reach up in love, down the energy comes as well. And I ask, are you trying to tell me that something I'm doing or not doing is causing... I did read that. Wow, I have this twice. Excuse me. And then I asked the question, so despite my doubts, everything's okay? And Spirit says, yes, everything is just fine. It may help if you compare this grounding process to the stroking of a pure crystal wine glass. When the glass's rim is rubbed, its resonating properties are activated. Likewise, you are beginning to resonate because you are being touched by frequencies of the Holy Spirit. And I say, I understand what you've just said, but how am I supposed to stay motivated to ground myself if doing so only invites more trouble? Grounding is not the cause of your troubles, but it will be the end of them, because grounding yourself will help you deal with the movement of such energies and eventually clear them. Up until recently, relatively, you did not even realize that you had a root chakra, and you did not know that if your root chakra is unbalanced, the other centers in the body cannot possibly function properly. You do not know that neglect of this center invites problems such as fatigue, depression, deteriorating health, and eventually an untimely, premature death. Now that you do know these indispensable facts, you realize how important it is to show your intent for grounding as often as you can. Not to worry, beloved. More bearers of light will appear to help you with this chakra, to help you get out and stay out of that wobbly state yourself. And I say, just in time, huh? Spirit says, well, let us just say that by showing your intent to be balanced and in touch with your divine nature, you are showing intent to remain upon the earth plane. And I say, oh Lordy, I am not ready to go just yet. What do you suggest I do? Keep praying and meditating and continue to make the effort to be of service to everyone. In other words, just keep doing what you are doing and you will be fine. I think there's one more little segment. That's it. Grounding is not necessarily a verb. It may start off as a verb. Until you make it a noun. You make it you. I'm grounded. I can tell you, I am grounded. I'm grounded. I fluctuate. But I also am flexible. But I do fluctuate off my ground. But as a whole, I am grounded. Nothing really affects me. And when it's time to to be funny, or to laugh, or to allow myself to be moved by something that's worth being moved by, I save my precious energies for that. Nonsense doesn't move me. It aggravates the living out of me. So I stay away from it. I want no part of it. It's not the reality I am here to express, live, and dwell in. It's just not fun. Grounding is not a process. It may start off as a process. So process it. Feel your energy. The way you ground is feeling who you are. Here's my thing, and I want to ground it. So I have to feel it. I have to have it tangible. It has to be in my grasp. I have to have a relationship with it. So I'm able to ground a something. Relationship. I have to have a relationship with a grounding rod to be able to ground it. Because it's an it and I'm a me. And together we plant. Same thing. This is the me and that's the magical it. So together we shake hands and we plant. Heaven on earth. We are the star seeds. Grounding is not something you do on occasion. It's something you are. Grounded. Ground yourself. Intend to be that always. I'm not saying harden your heart, but don't let the world move you. Move when you want to move. Allow yourself to be touched, inspired by that which is meaningful and worth your energy, your time. That is the most valuable thing in this universe is time. And time is the overseer of infinity. How ironic is that? And through all that chaos is something even more magical and beautiful, and it's called God. Chew on that spiritual stick of gum for a long time until you've gotten all the juice out of it. What is happening to you in your life, whether you know it or not, is beyond something no one can possibly understand, except those who have truly illumined. You don't just wake up every day to live a day in this thing you call life. It may seem that way. And in seeming so, one is not grounded. One is aloof. One is lofty. Live your life. Do it fully. Don't die with regret. Don't die with your music in you. Ground yourself. Plant your spirit on this beautiful tropical oasis we call Earth. See who you are. You've been doing this for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of millenniums. You briefly go home to charge your battery, like a cell phone, only to come unplug for a little while, to have to go back to recharge with the source of the energy. And now that energy is moving. You've just walked into some place where there's a lot of energy and everyone's cell phones are going off. And you just Moving through it all. Or you. Do you see? Can you feel? Can you sit in the silence? Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy New You. Be good to yourself. That's all you got. You've been playing with yourself for an eternity. You're trying to manipulate yourself is what you're trying to do. Into believing. To believing in something very, very beautiful. That's what Christmas truly represents. You want a Christmas present? It's presents. You are the gift. Peace, love, and tomorrow night, Center of Light Radio, you do want to be present. Brad Johnson. This guy is a very serious conduit of spirit. You will feel it. Be present. Merry Christmas.